how he's moving around. That was a really bad ankle injury that ended his season in the playoffs last year. He had 2 surgeries to repair it. All the reports are positive, but mobility is a big part of Bo Nix's game. I want to make sure that he's moving around okay on that ankle.
Jordan, what are you looking for here tonight as he takes the field?
Well, I'd love to see the connection with Jalen Waddle, right? We hear about it in practice. We haven't really seen a ton. We've heard about him burning Patrick Surtain downfield with his speed. I think that's going to be a great addition to this offense.
Movement in the pocket, short area quickness to protect himself. Job number 1 of a quarterback. As you know, Jordan, let's see if he comes back 100% from the injury.
Yeah.
How good does he need to be for them to get to the Super Bowl, given the defense they have and the upgrades they've made on offense?
I mean, as good as he's been, I don't think this is a guy that needs to elevate his game beyond where it was last year. If he's healthy, they may well beat the Patriots at home in the AFC Championship game last year. So they've built a great team around him. They're strong in the trenches. They get Jalen Waddle to elevate the passing game. There's really they had a great record in 1-score games last year, which always corrects. So that's the concern. But you look at their roster, there's nothing not to like.
Division, do you like them to overtake Kansas City and the Chargers here?
No, I like the Chargers. I think if the Chargers offensive line...
Shocking.
Yeah, I know.
Someone's got to do it every year.
Yeah, but look,
what could go wrong?
Yeah. Look, if this offensive line could just cobble together, and hopefully it does, we'll see what happens with Slater. I think Justin Herbert is protected. He has the most ability of anybody in that division.
The YPA for Nix was something to be not concerned about, but he wasn't taking a lot of shots down the field. Looks like Waddle's going to solve that.
Oh, absolutely. And that's the one thing. You add a guy that fits exactly what you want to be able to do. Stretch the field vertically, ball in hand type creative plays. So I love that addition for sure.
Justin Herbert has the most ability of any quarterback in that division.
I think this year his ceiling is higher because Patrick Mahomes is coming off of an injury.
Solely because of the knee?
Yeah, I absolutely. I think Patrick Mahomes is going to be great again. I don't think it's going to happen in the first half of the season. Justin Herbert to me.
Amazing how quickly.
I just wanted to clarify.
Going back to that.
Like the best player we've ever seen plays in that division. That's not.
Excellent follow-up. The reporter and Dan Graziano. Mike T, back to you. What are you going to be watching for from Cam Ward this weekend, the second-year quarterback out of Miami?
Accuracy. Come on, Cam. I love you.
Man.
You were 5 of 12 in your first preseason game. That's 41%. That is awful. He's way too talented. They have way too much ability on this team. I expected it'll be a lot better this weekend. Brian Daboll, the new offensive coordinator, former Giant head coach, I am sure will put him in a position to get some easy completions to get this offense going.
Braz, anything you need to see from Cam Ward when he takes the field Sunday night?
Yeah, I mean, just piggybacking on what Mike T said, I was doing NFL Live with Orlovsky yesterday, and this was his point. Like, can Cam Ward make the easy throws? These are throws he shouldn't be missing, even in a new offense that he's still learning. So the performance has to be better. There needs to be a baseline that they can build off of. He had a strong finish to last year, but what we saw last week was discouraging.
Is Tennessee doing enough to put him in the best possible position to succeed?
Well, I think so. I like the hire of Brian Daboll, and I think he's going to get the best out of him. But to that point, when you see the inaccurate throws, you get a guy that for a long time in his career depended on having a generational type arm talent. So his feet didn't have to be perfect. He could be a little late on some throws. You saw some of those highlights. He was way late over the middle of there, almost threw an interception. His feet are all over the place on some of those shorter throws, which is why those balls are a little errant. So I just want to see him look more comfortable and be more in rhythm, and I think the accuracy will get there. But, yeah, you need to see it right there. You can't miss a ball like that high. I mean, you can't do that in high school, let alone the NFL. This one, I don't mind. You're trying to fit a tight window throw in there to Carnell Tate. Don't really mind that. But, again, you just don't feel like he's in rhythm at times.
He took a lot of sacks last season. Is it possible he's a little skittish back there?
Absolutely. That can happen. I can play into it for sure.
All right, Jordan, let's stick with you. The quarterback battle in Cleveland is another one to keep an eye on. What do you want to see out of Shedeur Sanders this weekend?
2 things. I want to see a little more urgency in his drops and decision makings. And I don't want to see these WTF plays. Like, what just happened on that throw, right? It slipped, it didn't slip. He's got to avoid the head-scratching plays that seemingly happen at least once or twice a game for him that you're like, okay, yeah, I'm not sure this guy can be the franchise quarterback. Because I do believe he can be. It's just plays like this that I think guys in the locker room and maybe the fan base loses a little faith when they see a little more consistency out of a guy like Deshaun Watson. So more urgency and less of those WTF plays.
Braz, any updates on this quarterback battle as it stands today?
No, it's still just kind of really sad. Like, it's
sad.
Deshaun Watson's probably the favorite, but my sense of it is that I don't think Deshaun Watson has played well enough or practiced well enough that Shedeur Sanders couldn't come back and make this interesting with a stellar performance this weekend. I just feel like stellar is is further and further away from the range of possibilities here. If the Browns, whoever they settle on, quarterback is not going to be the strength of this team. They're going to have to win around the quarterback with some of the pieces they've drafted, which a lot of them look really good, and a rebuild offensive line. But I would guess it's Watson unless Sanders just goes crazy this weekend.
Not who will be, who should be the starting quarterback in Cleveland this year.
Shedeur Sanders. What are we doing here? Look, if you go back and watch about Colorado, he can make all the throws. It hasn't been perfect, as Jordan alluded to. He can get better. He has the right size. He has ability. Deshaun Watson, guys, we had to sign up in our facility. In God we trust. For everyone else, we need data. Tell me the data of a guy that's played in 19 games in 6 years, who tore his Achilles tendon twice and came back and played at a high level in 17 games. And, oh, by the way, he's going to be a free agent. There is no way that Deshaun Watson fits into this organization, short-term or long-term. Go with Casey Concepcion, Denzel Boston, put Shedeur out there, and let's see what we got.
Final word, how alarming would it be if Shedeur can't win this battle?
I don't think it's alarming, because I think you still expect a guy like Deshaun Watson to be a higher floor at this point. But to Mike T's point, playing Deshaun Watson does nothing for the Browns' future. So in my opinion, he shouldn't be on the field, because shy of winning a Super Bowl, he's not coming back. So what does it do for your future to not figure out if Shedeur Sanders is the guy, or if Dylan Gabriel? Oh, by the way, you drafted Taylor Green as well. You drafted 3 quarterbacks in the last 2 years, and you really still don't know enough about any of them, and you have 2 more first-round picks next year. The answer is not Deshaun for a bridge year, because you learn nothing about the future.
Certainly an opportunity for Shedeur to continue to prove the naysayers wrong after he slid in the draft. Just 8 of 15 for 86 yards was the stat line last night. We've seen him under center. It's not something we saw a lot of in college. So we've got an opportunity here to pick the big, beautiful brain of Jordan Rodgers, who's going to take us through what he's seen from Mendoza so far.
Yeah, you mentioned the under center. I think he's actually been impressive with how well he's played on time and in rhythm under center, something he never did. There's good examples and bad examples from last night. Let's look at one of the good examples first. They're going to motion over. This is actually Mendoza's first completion of the night, and I want to walk you through what the concept is. It's curl flat, super easy. You ran this in high school. You got a flat route here, and you have a curl route by the outside defender. Now, here's the issue and why this throw ends up being so impressive. It's cover 2. Here's why. You got a safety over the top, and you have literally a curl defender right here, and you have a flat defender right here. So you have 2 routes, and you have 2 defenders that their sole responsibility is exactly the route they're running. Now, this is why it's impressive, though. He's still going to work this curl side, and he's going to be reading this curl defender right here. Watch the timing. Now, this one's out of the gun. 1 hitch, and now I want to see you. He's already starting his throwing motion, and look at this defender sitting right where this route is supposed to run. This route is supposed to cut back right here. It's a curl, and that defender is right there. So here's what I love. This is where he's learning what open looks like at times. You got to throw this guy into this vacancy right here, and look where that ball ends up. So despite this defender sitting right where this receiver is coming, he's going to throw this ball right here. So he's going to pull this defender into that open window, into that window that is vacant because of where that curl defender was. That's great anticipation and great ball location on a route that wasn't ideal for the defense that we saw. Now, here's the interception, and there's a couple things on this play. First, I want to show you exactly what the concept is. You got a deep corner route here on the outside. It's a pylon route. You want to aim right at that pylon. And then you have a corner route on the inside. He's going to work in and then break out. And then you have a flat route right here. And you read this literally top down. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. What do you like? This is kind of your alert if you like the matchup. And then 2 to 3. It's a levels concept here. Really simple. Now, here's where Mendoza is still learning what open actually looks like. Because if you watch this leverage right here, I said this is kind of your alert. This guy's going to break out, right? What is this corner doing right now? And back up just a little bit, because I want to show you. His shoulders are like this, right? He's facing this side of the field. Where's that route going? Over there. That's open in the NFL. If you can cross up a DB, you throw that with anticipation, your receiver's always going to have an advantage. So he decides not to throw this ball, even though I think he could have. I think he could have put that ball right to the pylon. This guy could have a step. If you don't throw that one, then right here, this is open in the NFL. You got your over route right here with a step. You throw this ball to the 5-yard line with some pace and some trajectory, and that's a big completion right there. So he doesn't throw that one either. Now, here's where he gets into trouble. You see this pressure right here? He feels this pressure, and that's why he's going to go to his check down. But I want you to pay attention where he is right now. Where was that ball snapped? The ball was snapped on the hash. So look at all this movement that Mendoza made without needing to. If he just steps up into this nice pocket, look at this nice pocket. If he just steps up right here, he can throw that check down easy. It's right in front of him. It's not throwing back over the middle. It's because he drifted way out of the pocket, drifted into some of the pressure, and now this throw becomes so much more difficult, and that's why it becomes an interception. He's late, and he's throwing back over the middle where he could have just stayed in that pocket. So we're seeing good, and we're seeing some moments of growth for a guy that's still learning how to play the position, but it's going to be really good. There are traits.
Absolutely excellent work right there. Do you like what you've seen so far?
I love what I've seen. The timing, the under center stuff, the accuracy. That pick six, honestly, is one of the best things for him. He's going to get in the film room and start to understand, oh, I could have thrown that. That's right. He needs those moments more than anything.
We saw it in the Oregon game, and
Absolutely.
it went very well after that. All right.